Volatility is a word which has been heard hundreds of times by traders during the trading in the market. What does volatility represent? Volatility basically represents the random movement of prices during a market session. It is an ambiguous word, and most people use it colloquially without really understanding the meaning of the word. Our attempt today is to explain exactly what volatility is and how to measure it in concrete and quantitative terms. So volatility is of three kinds. One is historical volatility, two is implied volatility, and third is projected volatility. So these are different varieties of volatilities which exist in the market. And the word volatility is normally associated in the stock market with historical volatility. What causes volatility? Volatility is caused by the actions of traders, the demand and supply, which is causing price pressure. And why and how does this price pressure come? It comes because of the inflow of new information. So it is a combination of these two items which causes the movement of prices, causing volatility. Now, historical volatility is normally associated with stock price movement. It is a measure of the uncertainty and the fluctuation of price over time, and it is calculated from stock prices. For the owner of a stock, the increased volatility indicates that the stock will neither do well nor poorly, and hence these two outcomes will offset each other. Various parameters have been formulated for the measurement of historical volatility, some of which are the ATR and the NATR, the beta, standard deviation, and so on. The second kind of volatility is implied volatility, which is related to options. It is a measure of the volatility in the options market, and it was formulated as a part of the Black-Scholes equation by three people, Black, Merton, and Scholes, who formulated a formula for determining the fair price of an option. Now, for an owner of an option, increased implied volatility translates into increased chances of a profit. So volatility measures the speed of change in the price of the underlying asset. The higher the volatility in the options market, the higher the chances of the option becoming profitable, because volatility is the vehicle on which prices sit and move. Therefore, the values of both puts and calls will increase as volatility increases. The Greek letter vega measures the impact of volatility on option pricing. The third kind of volatility is projected volatility, which is a very complex and mathematical subject. It attempts to forecast future volatility from historical volatility, and various models like ARCH, GARCH, EWMA, etc. have been formulated, which are in the realm of advanced statistics and calculus, which help us to determine what the projected volatility could be. So this is a topic which is beyond the current discussion. So we shall restrict ourselves to the understanding of historical volatility and implied volatility. Now, what is historical volatility? The formula of historical volatility is very simple. In order to understand the formula, we must understand that the basic concept of volatility is related to the returns from a stock. A measure of the uncertainty of returns is a measure of the volatility of the stock. So the actual formula, which is a little complicated, is the standard deviation, which is a measure of how spread out prices are around a mean value of the logarithm of today's close to yesterday's close divided by the same figure in two different time frames is a measure of the historical volatility. The higher this value, the higher is the volatility in the market. Now, what does higher volatility translate to? Well, there are trading systems which have been built around higher volatility. Higher volatility can translate into a big movement in the price. Other than the standard deviation formula, we use another parameter called the true range, which gives us a measure of the volatility in the market. What is true range? True range is defined as the highest of three numbers. What are those three numbers? The distance from today's low to today's high, the distance from today's high to yesterday's close, and the distance from today's low to yesterday's close. Whichever is the highest is a measure of the true range. Now, if I take an average of this over the last 10 days, I get a new parameter called the ATR, which is the average true range. The average true range is a measure of the volatility in the market. Now, an even more accurate measure is the NATR. The NATR is the normalized average true range, which is basically 100 multiplied by the 10 period ATR divided by the closing price of the day. In other words, we are normalizing it. This way, we can measure the volatility of one stock to another stock. So ATR and standard deviation are two of the most widely used methods of defining volatility in the market. In fact, the standard deviation is used in an indicator called the Bollinger Band, which we shall be studying in a future video. The Bollinger Band is a very powerful indicator. It can give you indications on whether the market is in a trading range, whether the market is in an uptrend, downtrend. It can give you trading signals. It can tell you when to buy options, when to sell options, and a lot of other indications which we shall be studying in future classes. So basically, these are the two major indicators of historical volatility. There is, in fact, one more indicator called the beta factor. Now, in terms of calculation, the beta factor is a little complicated. It is the covariance of RE/RM divided by the variance of RM, where RE is the return on an individual stock, RM is the return on the overall market. So basically, the beta factor measures the volatility or the relative movement of a stock as compared to the market. So I would say ITC is a low beta stock, while Adani Enterprises is a high beta stock. So beta factor is something which I think all of you may have heard about, but we will not go into it in details. I have just explained to you briefly what the beta factor is. Finally, let's go a little into implied volatility. Now, implied volatility is the key to success in the options market. The implied volatility, as theorized by Black and Scholes, was supposed to be uniform throughout the market at any point in time for a given stock. However, it has been found after the crash of 1987 that a strange phenomena has occurred, that the implied volatility, in fact, is lowest at the money and increases on both sides, out of the money and in the money. The reason for this is that the fear factor is higher out of the money as well as in the money because of large price movements. Therefore, implied volatility is lowest at the money. Now, there are various causes which have explained this phenomena, and because it follows a smile-like structure, it is called a volatility smile. Many factors have been attributed to causing this volatility smile, including behavioral, crash protection, expectation of changes in volatility over time, support resistances, transaction costs, etc., etc. However, the key thing to understand is volatility in the options market is not uniform at any point in time. It changes as per the strike price. The further you move away from the at the money strike price, the higher is the implied volatility. So the purpose of this discussion was to give you an idea that volatility is not an abstract word. It is a defined word, a word having a mathematical implication, and it can be measured. And measurement of volatility is very important both for stock traders as well as option traders. We will be discussing the Bollinger Band, which is based on volatility, in a future video. And with that, I will close this video, and I hope that I've been able to clarify some of the concepts of volatility in this video. I will request you to click on some of the books which we have listed below this video. And these books contain a lot of important and valuable information which will be helpful to you in the markets. Also, please like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends and groups. We will be giving you very high quality videos in future and addressing topics which you will find very useful in your exciting journey through the stock market. With this, we end this video and wish you all the best till a future video. Thank you and all the best.